Hey everybody, it's Kendéll Lenice for reviews and news. Let's talk Love and Marriage DC. It just wrapped. It had the reunions 1 and 2. So let's just talk about the couples. There's Ashley and Quicksilver. There's Monique and Chris, of course, the Samuels. That's what this is based around. They're the couple that it's based around. And Jamie and Arena. All right? So, the Tylers. So, let's really into it. All right, so Love and Marriage is the second installment, as most of you know, of Love and Marriage starting in Huntsville with the Holtz over there. Y'all know. So, this is a second installment in Chocolate City in DC, Love and Marriage. So, I want to be careful about the wrap up of this show because ironically, one of my good friends, her niece is on this show, and one of my good friends, her cousin and cousin-in-law is on this show. So I'm not going to tell you which one. I'm not going to tell you which one. All right. So, about Love and Marriage, right? Winter is not on here, but Winter should be somewhere around there. But Winter, this is going to be two parts. So Winter is a relationship coach that's going through a divorce, and she's Monique's friend. So she asked her to be a part of this to maybe give insight on what it's like to be divorced or from that perspective, because she can resonate with some of the viewers who have experienced some similar things that she's experienced. So although it's Love and Marriage, they still wanted to show that piece. And that's one of Monique's friends of 16 years, which we later find out that they were acquaintances for 16 years and not really friends. Monique kind of just met the other couples. She pulled them in to do this show. A lot of them have certain things in common where the husband was the money maker, the bread maker, the breadwinner, and the women stayed home with their kids and they lived in the shadows of these successful men. So the three ladies have that in common. Now they're bursting from the seams. They're doing their thing as women and not just moms and wives, right? They don't want to be reduced to just that. So now they're living out their dreams and living out their lives aloud. So this show is allowing the spotlight to become, theirs in a sense, other than the husband's. And for the most part, there's no drama on the show. They say Winter brings the drama, but I think Winter brought a lot, but she didn't just bring the drama. I think she brought a different element. But what I did like about the show is the couples were real and raw with their feelings, and they were able to verbalize what they haven't been able to verbalize in years on this show, because it's a different eye. You're paying attention more. You're in a captive audience, if you will. So I love the fact that they were working on their marriages through this. And Monique said that before this show, her and Chris were in a rocky place. She didn't know if they were going to make it another 10 years because they weren't even speaking before this show. And then when the show came, of course, you can't film silently. So they were forced to speak to each other. And Chris said in the reunion, now he understands. He got a chance to see himself. So I always think that that's amazing. And then with Ashley and Quicksilver, right out of Baltimore, she felt like she was his rock and his rider. And even though he was the breadwinner and making the money, she still felt lost in the sauce, and she suffered from depression. So now she's an author from not from this show, but they revealed that she was writing a book, and now she's an author and she has a podcast and different things. And Carlos King, who created Love and Marriage, said that she was the breakout star. And of course, Quick thought that. Now, personalities, I don't even want to get into the personalities of individuals, but Irena and Jamie, they had to, so she struggled. They have a blind child and another son. And then Irena had a little girl before she married Jamie, but they've been together for 27 years. So you have 27 years over here, you have about 13 or 14 here, and you have 10 here. And some of them are including being married, but then also being together. So the journeys of marriage, anybody that's been in a marriage, you understand it's ups and downs, highs and lows. It's not always gravy. And Irena definitely felt like she was in the shadow of Jamie, and he seemed a little controlling on the show. They said Ashley was aggressive on the show. They said Monique disrespected her husband. But I love what Monique said on the reunion. She said when a black woman does that, they're this and they're that and they're this. When they use their voice and to express what they need, then they're looked at as disrespecting the husband. But she wanted to really express what she was feeling. But it's a great show. I'm going to leave some personal opinions to myself about some of these personalities, but do yourself a favor, especially if you're in the DMV or you're in Maryland, because they say Baltimore is not the DMV, but that's a whole nother thing. Watch the show and let me know what you think of Love and Marriage DC. And I believe they're going to get a season 2. Will you watch?